thank you all for being here, that's for sure. A lot of ladies here, a few of the guys, okay. Dennis is here, okay, recreation guy. We're going to have just a soft opening. Usually do 5 points, going to go 2 points. The first one is going to be Pledge Allegiance. If you got a hat, gentlemen, take it off. And do Pledge Allegiance. How about would you like to start off there, recreation, Dennis Walsh? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, just one more point we're going to do is the Lion Toast. Lion Mike Olson will do it. You can have him however you want.
Okay, everybody, not above you, not beneath you, but with you.
All right. You know, I know you all saw this, what it looks like. Before we take it off, I just want to mention one thing, recognize what our club did last couple weeks, May 1st and May 8th, was the fence all around. Nice red fence now. We didn't do it, I think it's been 11 years since we did it. We had all kinds of groups here, Rotary, all kinds of groups here, right? And it was raining, it was cold that day. You know, I think Ray Hebert remembers it because he cooked that day too. Anyway, we repaired on the first day, replaced and whatnot, all the rotted stuff, all right? Then on the 8th, we had all the painters. And Troop 8 was a Troop 24, Boy Scouts from St. Teresa's. Those little hands did a lot, believe me. You know, it was really good. Okay, now the stone. Let's pick it up now. I know you all saw it. You know, it's no big deal. That's about my old motorcycle cover. Anyway, you know, let's put it in the back. Hey, all right. All right, finally we get the day I've been working at for so long. All right, and the committee too. Now, Lee's Pond, the stone's all about the Lee's Pond Festival, period. Without the festival, we wouldn't have the stone, of course. Now the background, it started in 78 to 2018. And it was by a former member of PDG Lion Donald Leadham. Now we got one person going to speak on his behalf today, Lion Dottie Irving, because she remembers. Come up, Dottie. There you go. Take your time, Dottie.
Okay.
Here, you want to get with the mic?
Yeah, I don't want to trip on that fence there. Okay. I just wanted to show you, this is the shirt from the very first time we bought shirts. I still have it over 30 years ago, and it still fits me. The history of the Lee's Pond Festival. The committee asked me to write down my thoughts, and so I did. I wrote down a bunch of things that jumped through my head and put it all together. So I hope you enjoy it. I had the help. I asked Pat Rouse and Joan to give me some ideas and stuff. Joan was able to find some articles that were in the newspaper that Bev Leadham had saved, so that helped me with some of the facts, and I was able to put it together. It all started in 1987. The pond, which is named after the Lees family, who once lived on the land, was hardly an oasis, which it has become now, especially with the new finishings that the guys have done recently with the painting and the repairs and all again. So it's still a beautiful oasis. For one thing, while it is about the size of a football field, its waters could barely be seen from busy Route 1 because it had become so overgrown. To make matters worse, it was filled with old tires, rusted appliances, and other kinds of debris. Its rebirth took place after a 7-year wait with the help of a state grant that provided the funds to dredge and clean it out. In addition, the South Attleboro Lions and Lioness, at that time we were Lioness clubs, jointly raised $35,000, which allowed them, we worked hard in those days too, which allowed them to regrade the area surrounding the pond, which is part of the 7 Mile River watershed, and plant grass and bushes, build fencing and walkway, which thanks to our Lions Club, has continued and kept up the fence. You walk around the pond 5 times, and it's equivalent to 1 mile. It has become a popular destination for local walkers of all ages. With the sincere and continuous leadership of Don Leadham, along with the hard work and dedication of several members, the Lee's Pond Festival's ideas and planning began to manifest. First was the reason why to have such a festival. It was to thank the community for all their support they had given so far to both Lions clubs. Second, the theme of the festival, a good old-fashioned fun time for all at good old-fashioned prices. Third was to have it the first Saturday in June, with Sunday being the rain date. Fourth was how to make this dream become a reality. And fifth was what are some of the things that we want and need for the festival. We began in January every year, right up to the day of the festival in June. The first few beginning years included things like the famous bike decorating parade around the pond with prizes for the best superlatives. It was quite a scene to see the little ones pushing their bikes all the way around this big pond, okay? The children's relay races for all ages with prizes awarded to the winners. A face painting tent, a tent with several fun games for children to play, and the Children's Museum puppet show titled Yoo-Hoo. A miniature golf course set up to play on. Speed pitch game on the baseball field. The bigger kids enjoyed that. The Roger Williams Petting Zoo mobile. And Marvelous Marvin, a stilt walker who entertained everyone, as some clowns, and also some clowns walking around too. There were some other groups and organizations who helped us by donating their time and skills for the festival too, such as the State Police Service Dogs exhibit, the Fire Department with a ladder truck demonstration, the 4-H of Attleboro Petting Zoo, ponies donated by a local family for pony rides. The YMCA let us borrow canoes to have canoe rides on Lee's Pond for the day. A local karate school put on a couple of shows during the day's events, and throughout the 30 years, several bands performed and shared their fabulous music with us during the whole day, which added that extra icing on the cake while everyone enjoyed themselves. The first 4 bands were the Spellbinders, Funk Monks, Landslide, and Blue Zeros, who performed on a flatbed 18-wheeler truck. Everyone remembers that. How we had, and that truck was donated usually by Case Construction. Okay. The dunk tank was always a big hit with a crowd. A train ride around the field. Even the adults went on the train. Okay. The giant slide ride and a Sea of Balls ride was added for everyone to have extra fun and excitement. All ages went into that Sea of Balls game too. It was fun to see some of the grown-ups running around in there. A few years later, a carnival of rides was set up and tickets were needed to be purchased to go on them. The iMobile was always open for the whole day for free eye screening and testing. Mary McConey, a member of our Lions Club, was tested and found to have a sugar count of over 500. Maureen Wilbur, a young local girl, was also tested with a severe problem too, and she was taken care of. Because tickets were sold ahead and used for some of the activities as well as the food, Don and Bed would collect the money periodically and bring it to Leadham's Hardware to put into the safe for safekeeping. One of the sights you see during the day, which I still can picture it in my mind, is Don riding around on the golf cart, wearing a high-tech headset to check on everyone and everything. At the end of the day, the borrowed tables and chairs had to be taken back to the American Legion, as well as everything else taken down. We all know how much work that is. So did some of the committee go to the Legion to help count the tickets from each ride and event. Then we all participated in a well-deserved pizza party at the Legion. A lot of laughs and a lot of fun, and all exhausted and filthy as could be, but we didn't care. We all needed showers after that day. Advertising for the event was a 2-day, full-page ad days before the event, which was paid by donations from local sponsors. We had to go around and make enough money to pay for those 2 full-page ads, so it was a lot of work collecting from the sponsors. Also, a large banner which the first year was hung on the road on Route 1, connected from pole to pole. In later years, it was put up in Attleboro instead for a couple of weeks before the festival. Everybody knows about it, said Sharon Barr. People remember this from year to year now. Sharon was the first co-chairman with Don, and there were others that followed after that. Joan Hoyt and myself were among the many of the committee members in the beginning, and some I know are here today still. All the workers proudly wore a bright yellow t-shirt on that day, but it was so successful because it took over 40 hard-working people to run the festival. Don said, "The problem isn't always getting everyone organized and getting started off, but it's even tougher getting breaks for everybody," because we were so busy. The best part of the festival was the smell of the grills, cooking all the hot dogs, hamburgers, sausage grinders, and french fries, cooking up by the Lions, up on the hill. Families sought refuge and refreshments on a shady grove overlooking the fields. Other treats were available, such as the ice cream truck, popcorn and cotton candy prepared inside our famous chuck wagon. The prices were very low and reasonable, thanks to the generosity and donations from Little Rhodey Hot Dogs for most of the hot dogs, and Rojack's store for the rolls and the discounts he gave us on the soda and other things, who donated most of the stuff. The first couple of years, the hot dogs were only 25 cents each. Okay. As Don always said, this is not a fundraiser event for the Lions clubs. It is a day to say thank you to the community. Over 4,500 people were in attendance the first year. 4,500 people from all over, not just South Attleboro, but the local nearby cities were in attendance, with an average of around 3,500 people for many years to follow. During those years, Sandy Coughlin was president of the South Attleboro Lions Club, and then Evelyn Tedesco followed in 1988-89, and both who have passed away recently. Well, Evelyn a while back, but Sandy passed away recently. Then, and Jesse Amell was president of the South Attleboro Lions Club. I'm quoting Don. "It makes for a nice family day," Don said. "You see lots of people in the community you know, and some you didn't know. It's a good family day because there's something for everyone." Bev Leadham died on November 23rd, 2011. Don Leadham died on August 7th, 2014. May they both rest in peace. Thanks, Don, for the wonderful memories we shared for the past 30 years. We will always remember you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Very well said, Dottie. You said it all. He was around. Who was around in '78 and '80s for the Lee's Pond Festival? I'd like to know. We don't need you to speak, though. You know. Dottie said it all. Hey, yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay. So then, to Dottie. Hey, anybody wishes to speak? You're not going to speak, though. You already. That was enough. You know. Okay, now getting back to the little bit of history. Now, Pam Bliss picked it up, I don't know when she picked it up, 2006, 7. All I know is 2009, she decided then not to manage the festival, all right? Then, 2010, I became president of my club and really had a meeting about it, and we decided we would carry on the festival. I was chair then until the end, so it was 7 years doing it. Yeah, right. So then I had to get a committee formed. Now, I had to get somebody from the Lady Lions. I call you Lady Lions, all right? So I had 2 or 3 in mind. The first one I picked was the one, Pat Bono. She said, "Yeah, we'll do it as long as we do it like we did it in the old days." Okay, you know, not to make money, all right? And we did. So off we went. So anyway, we had a lot of meetings, by the way, at my home. And I called them Moscato meetings. You girls know what I mean, right? It was all fun. But we did a lot of serious talk, putting the thing together all the time. It was a lot of work. I know what Don Leadham went through back when he put everything. He did a lot more. but we lost a lot of things, you know, people donate and so forth. But we worked with what we had, okay? But the thing is, we operated the same as Don Leader intended. Not as profit, but give back to the community. That was the whole thing. So we kept on that all the way through. Never for profit. Now, both clubs did show up on festival day. We worked pretty good with the booths and everything. It was really successful. Some days, sometimes it was really not successful. We could give money back. A couple times we did it. All we needed was a budget, maybe $2,400, and that was it. That's what it cost to run on a low budget, by the way, every year. All right? Anything extra we didn't want, all right? Just give it back to the clubs. After 7 years, 2018, the committee decided, only because declining in public, we would end it. That was it. But one note, 2017 we were going to end it, but we decided, let's go one more year, made it an even 30. That's what we did. That's how we come up with 30 years, you know, which is great. So, 2019, I know the committee decided, they didn't decide to discuss what to do. I think Dennis wanted pickle courts, but it didn't work out, right, Dennis? No pickle courts. Well, that was what it was. We were going to do a plaque or a memorial stone. So, we decided on the memorial stone. Now then, we had to go to work on that. But the stone location, we picked by Pat Bono, my wife, myself, and approved by Dennis. Everything had to be approved by Dennis. And who else? Okay, and wait, I'm sorry there. Okay, but this is the spot we picked, and Dennis fixed it all up. His foreman, Cliff, and whatnot, cleared it. It's really nice, all right? Really nice. Okay, I think I missed something out. Okay, the first thing done was the plaque itself, all right? Actually, I skipped something here. That was by signs by tomorrow. And John Ricker, he agreed to do it, put it in, all right? I got to go back a little bit. When I was in trouble trying to find out how to do this, I went to Dennis Walsh. I skipped over this. I should be going by my notes a little better. And he gave me the advice of seeing John Ricker, Morse and Biggs, the monument people. By the way, John would have been here today, but he can't because he's doing a funeral. And Tom Waltz, Bo Sand. So then I proceeded to contact these people and so forth, all right? Now, the stone itself is really another story, getting this darn stone. I did call Tom Waltz up. He says, come on, take a look. You get a stone. I go up a couple times. I think once with Karen, once with Mike. I'd pick out a stone. Next time it'd be all gone, you know, because they take those piles right down like nothing. So Tom Waltz says, I'll pick out a stone. And Tom Waltz picked out the stone. Okay? Now the finishing touches were done by, the other day, the 12th the other day, by Pat Bono and Rosie St. Lawrence. They put a couple of, what do you call the flowers there? Hostas, all right? And a mulch. And I think she's going to get a little more mulch. Now the signs you'll see, they're only temporary. We're going to get some better ones made. Hopefully I can get a little funds, get better ones made, all right? These are good for a few months. That's it. I want to put permanent ones in. The same as it says, when the stone was put in, when it was dedicated, right? Which is today. It came in March 19th. That's when it came in. There's a date I won't forget because that was my birthday. But that's the day we put it in, all right? So I'll never forget the date. Now, going over the stone itself, as you see, it's approximately 1 ton. That's what it is. It's sparkling. When you see it in the sun, it sparkles pretty good, right? It was donated by Tom Welch. The emblem is by Bridgewater Trophy. I think Lion Dave Barber put me onto that to get the emblem. All right, that was okay. He gave me the help right there. Now the plaque, read it all. I think you've seen it all. Lee's Pond Festival, 1988-2018. Giving back to the community, supporting our local charities. That's it. Okay. And I got the 2 clubs there. Our club and the Village Club, and the credits by Burrow Sand and Stone and Morse and Biggs. All right, that's to make up the stone. Any questions on the stone? So anyway, okay. Now I got a couple of certificates I'd like to give out before we move on. I think only one's present here. Very important, these certificates. And I might add that Lion Dave Barber, he made them up. Did a real nice job. Okay, I think only one's present here. Now, John Rick is not here today, Morrison Biggs. Anybody come down for him? He said he might send someone down. Nobody here for Morrison Biggs? Okay, he's not here. Or she's not here. My second one is for Dennis Walsh. Dennis, come over here, please. For approval, site preparation of Lee's Pond Festival Memorial Stone. He approved everything, okay? He's the one who really helped me out quite a bit, giving me the guidance to do this, all right? Dennis, thank you very much. And one more. I'm sorry the gentleman's not here. I'll just read his name here. He's not here. The main man too, he's not here, all right? It's Tom Walsh. He said he'd be here when I first saw him. He said, I'll be there. He's not here. It's for donation delivery of Lee's Pond Festival Memorial Stone. So somehow I'll get it to him, all right? Because without him, we wouldn't have the stone naturally. And he donated the stone. He had the guys deliver it, big truck, big equipment, putting it here, right? It was quite the time. See the big truck come in with the equipment on the back, big tractor, take it off, put it here. You know what I mean? That was quite the thing. So that's it for the stone. All I can say is a closing statement. Thank you all for attending. Really, you know what I mean? I'd like to see more, but it's good crowd we have, okay? Both Lions Clubs for donations. Give me the funds. It was under $2,000 for this whole thing, by the way, which ain't too bad, right? Maybe $1,600, $1,700. And all the volunteers that made it possible. I got just one more special thanks to Double ACS TV for their support in covering the Lee's Pond Festival. And a special note to Austin Rick, the camera guy, okay? He, every year, supported me with interviews for the Lee's Pond Festival, every year. So, I requested, and I got you. Now, your boss yesterday was playing around with me. He's not going to be there. Oh, okay, you know. So he's here. Anyway, I want to thank you all for coming. Anybody want to say something before we end? Okay. Joan?
I want to say that we should be recognizing Karen.
Oh, yeah, well, I recognize her all. Thank you, honey. Yeah, she's something. Okay, thank you all for coming. Come down more. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Mike. I'm sorry, Mike.
I want to give a good hand to Benny here, who did the whole thing. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have that stone.
Well, it's all the people that helped me, believe me. All the people. It took time getting it done. I mean, I can't tell you the time. Getting that down stone was really a comic. Trying to get that stone, my wife will tell you that, you know what I mean? Anyway, it was a good thing. I'm glad we did it. Now this is two things we did this month. One, the fence, and this here. So this month of May has been a great month for Lions as far as Lee's Pond go. Okay? Thank you very much.